But I found the railway line. It's not easy to find. You got to go loads of off-road and stuff. But it's here. I found it. Here's the railway line. You can quite clearly see it. See the stones. This was the original line. So I'm going to follow this and hopefully find it. Got here. Can't see the old station buildings though. But I've got to be in the right area because there was a bridge here at one stage, obviously over the top of this. But this is weird. Look at these guys here. They're sat on these stilt things, shooting fish on these like something out of Mad Max, you know. Crazy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to follow the trail backwards. I can't see any station buildings ahead of me, so I'm just going to go back up the line and see if it's further back. Could have missed it on the way in, hopefully. Sure what this is, but obviously part of a structure that was here on the railway at some time. Fantastic, found it. Here it is. This is the old railway. It's one side of it over here. Obviously, this is where the railway came through here. This is your sidings. This is your bank where people could stand along here. You can see all the way along here. It's nothing growing because pretty much under there is loads of concrete. So this would be one side of the platform, and here's the other side. Here's the other side of the platform. Cool. Oh, you can see a bird's nest. See there? Bird's nest. You can see some masonry that's been carved, and this is where the station was. I'd imagine there's a few more buildings down, but there we go, you can see it quite clearly now. There we go. There's the old supports. I'll describe the station again. This station was built about 150 years ago, part of the extensive building program from King Rama V, who was very much into social changes, not just in terms of infrastructure, but also education, rights of just normal people. Very popular king. You tend to find a lot of his pictures in people's houses, even today, how he was so much revered by his public. And this is it. This is part of the Northeastern Eastern Railway, built 150 years ago, and it disappeared under the reservoir. When Lam Takhong reservoir was built, this all became obviously water, so it was submerged. But because of the lack of water this year, the whole thing's come back up, so you can actually see it, which is pretty cool. This was originally, I think, designed by an English guy. The English guy designed the railway, did the plans, started the building, and then I think it was completed by some German engineer. But the English were responsible for a lot of buildings in terms of railways in this country about 150 years ago. The south, this one, lots of different railways, which is pretty interesting for me, obviously being English. What would be interesting if I bought my metal detector to see what people dropped on the side, you know. There must be loads of really old coins and bits and pieces that went down through the cracks in the floorboards, so might be worth coming back sometime with a metal detector to have a look. Something I've just noticed hidden away in a tree here, you can see like a gold goblet here and a horse and a little porcelain pot there. Probably because this was something to do with King Rama V and the local Thai people paying some type of homage to him, his memory, which is nice. A lot of demolition rubble here, a lot of building stones. You can even see part of the flooring here, really smooth. So this is the old versus the new. To the foreground you can see the pillars of which is going to be the new high-speed railway, which is quite ironic because I'm still on the foundations of the old railway which was here 150 years ago. Just noticed another big concrete structure in the sugar cane, so I'm just gonna have a look, see what it is. Oh, okay, small demolition rubble here. Something else is here, obviously. 20th of 1080, so obviously this isn't old. This is quite new. So what it is, I have no idea. However, this is old. It's got old pillars and stuff in here. Old reinforced concrete. So it's loads of stuff on the ground. I'm definitely going to come back and do a wild camp, probably with Steve or with Rich or Robert, and bring back the metal detector. I think there'd be loads of bits and pieces to find on the ground around here. It's just so old, it's been used so much, and I don't know if you can see it, but you see the rise to my right there. That's the railway, or the old railway. Part of the old railway. See the brickwork crumbling away there. Flagstones everywhere. Sadly, rubbish too. And that's the end of it there. There's the end of the railway. to what this is. Must have been another railway bridge. So they must have had a line coming in across, because this is a pretty substantial bridge. So this must have crossed the river that flows through Pat Chong. A pretty big bridge. You can see it's pretty big, but we're nearly across. Just heading back to the bike. Here we are, the end of the road that goes all the way through the centre of the reservoir. The end of it.